Hey everybody, this is Leon with Four Wheel Frenzy, and we are here at Sunset Ridge MX with the Pro Podium finishers. And in third place today we had Max Lindquist, second place with Brandon Hoag, and first place with Joel Hetrick. And bye Jim Hardy.
Bye Jim.
Max, we're gonna start with you real quick. Third place was not easy for you today, especially in that second moto. You got a terrible hole shot. What happened there?
Yeah, obviously not my specialty to start, and then man, I thought I picked a decent gate, but just really baked past the gate and just lit the tires up, honestly. Came out, got a little sideways, lit the tires up, and basically just had to start over. It was terrible. Yeah, that between that and then the track prep before made the track really hard to make easy early moto moves with so much fresh prep, a ton of roost, and just kind of had to fall in line and wait till things kind of settled in a little bit and then get going. So definitely had my work cut out for me moto 2.
Yeah,
was a push to the end.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was it was pretty interesting because Joel and Brandon kind of pulled away pretty early. Mason pulled away pretty early, and then it was Wesley, Norris, you, and Noah that were in a group for a while. You were at the back of that pack, and then you kind of clipped your way up. I think you got 2 positions in one lap, and then made that last one, and you started climbing back up towards Mason at the end.
Yeah, had to be really patient that moto. First moto was able to come out and just pick lines and go, and this moto with the track being so fresh, it was kind of follow the leader for the first 3 laps, and then all of a sudden it was everything kind of firmed up, lines started to come back and develop, and as soon as that happened I was able to click 2 or 3 guys a lap, where it kind of seemed like I went from the back to 4th, 5th really fast. So was stoked on that, but just took a lot longer than I was hoping. Really lost toe with the leaders.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too, with you guys, they called you down pretty early, and they had some time to kill because they held the moto. It's probably a little bit sooner than they should have, but they had all that time, so you go out and prep the track. You guys had a highway for the first at least half the moto, I'd say. Do you think that kind of affected the results a little bit too?
I mean, I think the results were what they were. At the end of the race, it was definitely still a gnarly track. I think it made the racing harder for some of us. For myself, I'm obviously man, I wish it was rough right out of the gate to be able to make some moves, but there were some spots I didn't mind what they touched up. I thought there was some safety spots that was good. Just when they do that kind of stuff, it makes it where I feel some of us guys that thrive in the rougher stuff, you lose that little bit of an edge out of the get-go where you can't push into some spots that other guys necessarily can't. So yeah, it was more of a I felt even maybe for these guys up front they'd say the same, where you kind of had to be patient and wait. The track was a little slippery in spots and loose where you couldn't necessarily just rip the turns like you wanted to. You kind of had to be patient, and that was my biggest thing, was just trying not to starting so bad, trying not to get tangled up right away, just trying to get clean air and then be able to go to work.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I mean, obviously you pulled it off, and at the end, I mean, you had third place secured either way. Yep. But at the end there, like I said, you reeled up onto Mason, and I mean, you ran out of time. I'm sure you're pretty gassed at the end there too, but a few more laps, you think you could have capitalized?
I mean, I was definitely trying to. Yeah. I was a little disappointed when I saw the 2 card because I could really see the progress being made. But it was what it was. It was more damage control on championship, just trying to get as far up the standings as I could. And I knew I had got the pit board at the halfway mark where I knew I was in 3rd, and I was definitely feeling it today. A lot of feedback in the hands, was definitely beat up there, but just tried to I knew those guys were going to drop off at the end, so I was if I can just keep pace, we'll just see what happens. And I got close enough to where I could see the blood in the water at the end of the race, and I'm going to go, and definitely not happy that I didn't get there. Was what it was. I knew it was a long ways to go, but made for a fun race. Kept me pushing. Didn't end up just kind of cruising. Moto 1 was, these guys kind of broke away and I was on my own, and it's hard to stay focused when you're kind of out there in that spot. So I did appreciate that, like having something to shoot for. Always makes the moto go by fast.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, either way, you capitalize. Third place helps you out in the points. But good riding today, of course.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Yeah, little break here, and just got to bring it back at Bud's.
Yeah, good old sunset.
Yeah,
not much else to say about
exactly.
it. It was pretty status quo. Good weekend. Happy with it. We'll look forward to Bud's.
For sure. Well, thank you again, Max,
Thanks.
and good job today. Brandon Hoag, you kind of broke the internet today, I'd say. Joel's been on this roll for a while. Obviously, Briarcliff last year, he broke his winning streak, but today you straight up, heads up, beat Joel Hetrick. How was that Moto 1 for you?
It was fun, man. It was fun. Obviously ripped a start and just rode as hard as I could. I mean, it was just tough. Track was tough. My hands were numb. Everybody was getting beat up out there, and I mean, it was just tough. Hard racing. I had just, had some good lines and change a couple of them early on in the race where I heard he was better, and I think that helped me, kind of just keep the good lines and whatnot. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, super fun. I mean, it was brutal. Definitely tried my hardest, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on that Moto 1 versus Moto 2 for yourself? Which one did you like more?
I mean, Moto 2 was good. Like, I thought what they did to the track was pretty good. I tried to sprint when I got into second, and just I felt like if I would have tried, 3-4 laps to keep with Joel, that I was going to end up on my head. So he obviously wanted to sprint and go, and he was riding good, and gapped Mason a bit and just kind of rode it in from there. So it was a pretty chill. I definitely came off that one more chill than Moto 1. Moto 1, Joel did not let me take a single breath. So yeah, Moto 2 was fine. It was good.
Yeah. And I mean, on that Moto 2 as well, Joel got a whole shot again, and you started fourth, I believe, in the first corner.
Yeah.
So I mean, you had to work your way up a little bit, and obviously you got around people, but then it was just, at that point Joel had too much ground made up. It's kind of hard to reel him back in once that happens.
Absolutely. I'm not good enough to catch the guy like that. Maybe if I whole shot him on a one lane track, but
yeah.
To catch the guy, I obviously know there's more work to do. Like, it's you know what I mean? So it's just one of them things.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, now we got a little bit of a break. Gonna go back home, recuperate a little bit, spend some time in Florida, and come back at Bud's, and we'll see what that weather brings. Last year it got a little brutal there for everybody, but yeah, I mean, it's coming into a pretty good high next round. Don't relax too much, I guess.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm super fit right now. It's tough to lose that unless you just be a lazy couch potato, I'm going to train hard. I am going to take a break from the riding because my equipment is blown apart. I got to get motors rebuilt. I got to get a bunch of parts. It's not looking good, so I got to work on that. And some of this money I just made, I got to send away,
Yeah,
but it's part of the game, part of the grind, and get the bike going.
Yeah, for sure. Well, obviously, good job today. First pro win of your career.
Moto win.
Yeah, Moto win.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a stepping stone, of course. You've been sitting in that second place for a good chunk of the year. You've gotten a good amount of second places. So now you finally got a taste of that first place, and it's only up from there, right?
Yeah. I mean, it feels good, of course, and I think it's just good to feel work that pays off. I think in years past I was not even on his radar as far as a guy, and then in time qualifying, that was the first time I got, like, the second one I got back to where he was in the lap time wise, like 39s. I never really do that type of stuff, so you could tell that I'm a better rider this year than years past.
Yeah.
The bike works better. Yeah, everything's better. So it just felt good to have that kind of work out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, good job today. And yeah, we'll see what happens here at Budds Creek in a few weeks, and hopefully you can keep it up.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Joel, as we just talked with Brandon, I mean, you got bested in this Moto 1 today. What exactly happened there?
I mean, it was he was riding really good, and we're taking the same exact lines. It felt like a slot car track, but I can't take nothing away from how he was riding. He's riding phenomenal, but I felt like the track didn't really promote me to mix it up at all behind him, because if you did, you were just going to lose time. And second moto, opened the lines up, opened this turn right in front of us up, which was a lot better. It was just like, to me, it just wasn't a typical Sunset. It's like they tried to make it really rough, and it was very rough, which was cool, but it was really tight rough, like all the lines funneled together into one line. Just weren't able to really maneuver the track. Like I was talking crap on Muddy Creek religiously before we went there, and man, like you could go anywhere you wanted on the track. Me and Brandon talked about that. Like it was like an open field of racing, to where this one today really wasn't. But it's not why I don't feel like that's why I lost. He was just riding good, and I was collecting a lot of roost and really couldn't see in some of the ruts behind him. And man, when you can't see and you're hitting the bumps in the ruts and you're just getting squirrely as heck, you're riding way tighter. So I rode tight and got pumped up and made some good adjustments for Moto 2, and obviously the whole shot paid off, like grabbing the whole shot and then sprinting laps. Like that was a much better, easier race for me to do when I can see the track, I can maneuver the track, and I can race to my full potential. But it was brutal the first moto. Like we had a sick race, but I just felt like it was really hard for me to do anything else but what Brandon was doing.
Yeah.
Like he had the lines that I would have took. I took the same lines. I try to take a different one. I lose time. So I just, I kind of just settled in towards the end and was like, I'm going to wreck for what I'm trying to do. I'm probably going to wreck going too hard into these other lines. So I didn't lay up, but I had to calm down, for myself. And I don't know. I was surprised with the track, in my opinion. People aren't going to like it. I don't care. They don't like half the stuff I say. But that's just how I felt about it today. And Moto 2, when they smoothened it up, obviously I liked some of the stuff better, like I said. But yeah, it was just a little bit tricky today. Very, very rough, very choppy. Worked your arms, worked your hands, a lot of feedback. And like I said, the adjustments I made helped a lot, and the whole shot was key.
Yeah, and I mean, it showed on the live stream today too, in that first moto anyways, when you would try a different line, because you would reel Brandon in, get him pretty close, and you would try a line, and next thing you know, you drop back, and then you try to work your way back, do a different line, and you're back.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the nice thing too, in that second moto, is you guys got to put the lines in instead of whatever class is putting the lines in before you go in the first moto. So that probably definitely helped, and it seemed like you guys were definitely flying out there in that second moto.
We were flying first moto. Like
right.
We were on the pipe the whole moto. Like I knew how I felt, so I would imagine Brandon's a very fit guy, but I'm also pretty good on the machine too. And I was like, man, if he ain't feeling how I'm feeling, he's on something, right? But we talked, and he felt just the way I did, and it was cool to hear that. We talked quite a bit. We talked for 3 hours on the phone on the way here. Pretty good buddies. So for him to ride that good, Moto 1, and be able to hold me off like that, it was very impressive. I wish I could have done something, but there was nothing in my head that I was going to be able to do safely for myself and for him. I just thought, like, if I'm going to try to dive bomb into one of these turns, I'm going to hit a rut because it's rutted through all the turns. and I'm gonna end up eating crap, or I'm gonna wreck him and myself.
Yeah.
And there's been years I'd probably try that, but right now, I felt like in my head, if I can get out front, I could probably beat him. But I collected some roost. Let me tell you, like inches from him the whole race until probably 4 laps to go. Pulled a little gap on me. Man, it was brutal. It was brutal. I ride with my mouth open. I probably these guys do too. But God, I inhaled some dirt. It was gnarly. It was cool to feel that feeling of racing and having a great battle like that. I just wish there was a little bit more that we could do to actually be dicey on the track.
Right.
Because I was thinking, like, man, if I get him, like the way he was riding, he might be able to get me right back. So I thought, like, it could be a dicey race, but it was very hard to do it. So
yeah,
I was fortunate for Moto 2. Like I said, whole shot was definitely the ticket.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, you could tell in that Moto 2 whole shot, you definitely wanted it, and you got it. So you won your lunch money back.
Yeah, I got my lunch money.
Good job on that one. But yeah, I mean, you were on a mission in that second moto.
Yeah, man. Everybody hates to lose. I lose a moto from a phenomenal rider that's obviously been working his way up, and everybody's, is there something wrong? Is there something wrong? It's like, man, I did my best. I couldn't really do anything out of what I was doing, and that's just where it was settled at. And then Moto 2, like, I was fired up. Obviously, I hate losing. I don't lose very much, and so I take it pretty harsh when I do. So I made the boys go to work and do what I thought would be best for the machine, and I think it worked out better for on the track. And then obviously I highlight the whole shot. The whole shot was night and day.
It was a big part of it. For sure.
It was a big part of it.
Yeah.
It was, and when I line up on the gate, if Brandon doesn't go inside of me, there's something wrong, right? He's done it every race.
Yeah.
So when I go inside of him, right? That's what you do.
Yeah.
I knew if I could get the jump, that's the ticket for right then, and that's what it was, and that's kind of what it was for Moto 1, I believe, unless you were on the outside of me, weren't you?
No, I was inside, and it was all about the jump.
It was the jump, same thing. He got me, and I come out like P4, come right to second, pretty immediately, and I followed the whole time, as hard as I could ride, just like him. So, like I said, it was cool. Man, I hate losing though, Brandon. Damn it. But it's cool to have such a great race like that. And obviously we got a big break coming up, so I gotta stop eating chili cheese fries and going on vacation. There's some things I probably should stop doing.
So no Culvers tonight?
I mean, I could probably have it tonight, but yeah, we're just gonna not gonna work harder, but I'm gonna just stay focused and
yeah.
And I'm excited for Buds. I like the track. I like the remainder of the tracks. They're pretty good. So yeah, we'll just stay focused and try to get her done.
Yeah, for sure. And all three of you guys rode great today. And this track was definitely...
I want a sticker, yeah. Thank you. I didn't know what you were saying. Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it showed you guys. You rode really well. Doug Gus flying over us right now.
That's pretty neat.
That is cool.
That's gotta feel fun.
That's really cool. But yeah, I mean, it's like we just said. The track it was deep today. It was gnarly, and there's, you guys talked about it yesterday. How rough that got at media day. I heard a lot of amateur riders say today, like, how gnarly it was. So it was good to have a track like that, especially after Muddy Creek, where it was old school. It was hard. It was, I mean, smooth compared to this. I know there was some chatter in that track, but yeah, it was
definitely a highway compared to this. That's
for sure. But yeah, I mean, break time, obviously, Brandon, you're going home, spend some time there. Joel, you're going home. Max, obviously, you're going home soon.
Yep. You'll be home before everybody.
Yeah, yep. Exactly. What, I mean, what's the plan? What are we doing for Bud's Creek prep?
Ride motocross.
Just ride
Keep
our
spinning
4-wheelers.
laps.
What's that?
Keep spinning laps.
Yeah, for sure. Seat time's king. So
Get used to the heat.
yeah, exactly. You guys should all be going to Florida with Brandon.
No kidding.
Get that heat and the humidity.
Yeah, it's
The humidity in that bottom.
It's not the heat,
Yeah,
it's the
that's the one to
humidity.
get
not the
ready
heat, it's
for.
the humidity. It's
Yeah.
gonna, it's all like, dude. Imagine today at 95 degrees. It'd been a whole different game.
Yeah.
It'd been a very hard day.
Yeah.
It was already hard, but it would have been extreme. Like
This
it'd have
was
been
like unusually cool for sunset.
Absolutely.
Like temperatures were nice.
Yeah.
today
Yeah,
to go
it was
racing
actually a
in.
really good day today weather-wise.
Yeah.
You know, I see they got the fans turned on right now, but
It
it's
is
still
getting
not
windy.
bad. Yeah. So
fans will get you.
those fans will get you. I don't know why they keep turning them on.
You know, it's something about Illinois.
I don't know. They like their wind. Maybe it's because Chicago's known as a windy city, so they got to keep that up. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. You know, we're honestly, that's the other thing. We're halfway through the season right now, so it's kind of crazy how fast this has gone. You know, last few rounds
Last
of
3 rounds were
just,
like
yeah, back to back, blew by real quick. Now we got this break, and I think we get like one more break yet.
it's like the rest of the season. I feel like.
Yeah,
3
that's
week
true, it
breaks
is.
Almost. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty much, it's we got a couple weeks in between.
I think
and-
PVR and Buds are the next one's the only one that's not a 3
yeah,
week break.
yeah, because there's a couple weeks between Baja and Briarcliff. Obviously, we get 3 weeks between here and Buds. So
And then between PVR and
Baja.
Baja, there's a break there
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So
Lots
crazy,
of summertime laps on the practice track. I
right?
guess.
Right. Next thing we know, we're gonna be going to the banquet
Right.
in November. So
Sometimes that's the worst part about them breaks. You ride so much. You're going through equipment.
You're
so
like, I'd
much.
rather go racing.
right. Yeah, you
Just boom, boom, boom. Let's race. Give us 4 more rounds. And that'll take them gaps up. You know.
right,
Like we all would want to race more. I'm sure.
right.
Yeah.
You know, people always would give me shit for JJ having so many practice bikes. But you all wish you had that many practice bikes right now.
You need them. That's for sure.
By the time Briarcliff rolls around, you're always like, oh, it's going to be so nice to get off this
Yeah.
thing and get my race bike.
Oh,
This
yeah.
poor thing needs to just go to the scrap heap.
That's
So-
right.
Yeah.
You wear them out.
Yeah, exactly. But no, great job today, gentlemen. And I look forward to seeing you guys at Bud's Creek. It's going to be a great weekend.
Thank you.
Hopefully it's not too hot, of course. But,
Put her in the 90s.
weather like this would be great.
It would be. That'd be
It'd
great.
be amazing.
Really ideal riding conditions.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, it's going to be good. So thank you,
Awesome.
gentlemen, for sitting down with me and chatting a little bit. I know we all need to eat. Brandon, you need to hit the road. Max, you need to start packing up.
Yep.
So,
Thank
Joel,
you. Sounds good.
yeah. So
Thank
but
you,
this
Leon.
is, yeah, no problem. This has been another Podium interview. We'll have WMX here soon and Bud's Creek after a little break. So sit tight, folks. We'll be back for more.
See you there.
Thank you.